Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the exciting series between Upmagic and Savior. Hope you guys watched the first game that I posted on this Set1. This is the round of 16 in the MSL, and we are now on to game 2. I'd like to be able to tell you which map this is, but check the video description on YouTube comments for that, because I can't remember the name offhand while I'm commentating here. But we've got Savior up the top left. This is a map with 4 play locations at each corner. Savior's at the top left in orange, and Upmagic is down the bottom left in red. And I'm very keen to see how these guys open it up this particular game, because last game we saw Savior go for a 9 pool, and it kind of got in the way of what Upmagic wanted to do. It really sort of kept him in his base for too long, and obviously Savior was able to take out some of those crucial early vultures, which are very important in that in that style of mech build that Terran players seem to be trying out against Zerg players these days, and the fantasy build, some people call it, or at least a variation of it. But yeah, we'll see. So taking a close look at Saviour's base, haven't actually seen a 9 pool just yet. He's sending out a single drone. This may well be for the 12 hatch instead. In fact, I think it is. Oh no, we're just going scouting, so just going to have a look to see whether Saviour's heading down to the bottom left or to the top right. Heading straight through the middle by the looks. Very interesting. I think this is probably because obviously Upmagic has a reputation for trying a lot of crazy stuff, especially proxy barracks in the middle of the map. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Upmagic to do that, and I guess Savior hasn't either. So that's one way of scouting your opponent, is just going to the diagonal right to the opposite end of the map, and that allows you to scout the middle of the map as you go. In the meantime, looks like he's sending out a second drone to take the 12 hatch, so not going for that 9 pool after all. Very interesting stuff. And of course the drone doesn't find the expansion, to find an enemy base at the bottom right. So he's going to head up to the top right, or possibly the top bottom left. And hey, command center. So that's very interesting. He's gone for a 14 command center, and he's built it up above the ledge there. Very interesting stuff. Now, I get the feeling that had Savior gone for the 9 pool, he still would have managed to take this out. This is very audacious stuff, and putting down the barracks immediately after the command center, as you do. Savior's moving in now with his drone. He's going to see that immediately. So he knows what he's up against. Spawning pool going down now, as you do, standard timing. And wow, so that command center is quite sneaky. It's in a kind of a defensive position. I mean, he hasn't plonked it down straight on the expansion. That makes it even more vulnerable to a 9 pool. There's pretty much no way that Terran can win if the Zerg player has gone for a 9 pool in that situation, or even of course a 5 or 6 pool or whatever. But wow. There's the gas as well, so we can pretty much tell that Upmagic's going for something a little bit different to the norm. Once again, maybe he's going for mech all over again. That drone just looking to annoy Upmagic for now. But that barracks will be finished shortly. In fact, it has been finished. So, and the command center floating down now. Plenty of time for Upmagic to get into position with that. Savior putting down a 3rd hatchery. I kind of feel like he probably has a particular plan in mind to deal with this. He's seen what Upmagic's build was with a drone. But I wouldn't really want him to play passively in this game, because he's allowed a Terran player to get an early gas and an early command center like that. And Upmagic's going to be allowed to do whatever he wants now. I mean, Savior has to wait for those mutalisks to kick in with that 3 hatch build. So I've got to say, I'm kind of liking Upmagic's position. He's got the bunker down there just in case a bunch of Zerglings show up. And of course, SCV showing up in Savior's space now. Lair going down. The SCV is very likely to, in fact, I will get inside to see that lair, so nothing happening. Oh, drone sitting around by himself. Sniped by the Marines, though, so a little bit slow there from Savior on the drone. And there's our first factory. Second factory going down, so again, we're seeing the same kind of mech build that he did last game, essentially. And I guess that's the build that Upmagic has been practicing foremost against Savior, and against his teammates in preparation for the game against Savior. Another barracks, a depot there, sorry, to block. Very subtle that putting a depot next to your bunker just helps out ever so slightly against the swarming Zerglings trying to take you out there. SCV still alive, wandering around inside the Zerg base. Hopefully he can keep that alive until he sees the Spire go down. We'll see. Savior really doesn't have that many Zerglings at all, so that SSV will probably survive for quite some time. Savior, of course, sees what's going on at the front of Upmagic space with that Overlord. And there's the Armory. And the Academy. So, Academy, of course, very important for comsats, but there's the factory shop spinning with only one factory shop, so I think you can assume that's going to be a Vulture upgrade rather than a Goliath range upgrade. He doesn't need the range upgrade just yet. He's going to need it, and I think that SCV has indeed spotted that Spire, so good work there by Upmagic, seeing exactly what's going on. This means that he doesn't really have to change his play to sort of deal with Hydralisks, and here are the first two Vultures out. Now, as opposed to the previous game that we saw, these Vultures are more likely to do a bit of damage. And I like this, the barracks being lifted off so that the Marines can actually see the Overlord and possibly box it in there. That's really nice. Savior needs to get into a better position there, somewhere that he's not going to be spotted. And, oh, perfectly coordinated there. Oh, and the Vulture streaming past the drones. This is actually quite bad for Savior if he makes the pass. Good defense there by Savior, actually surrounding one of the Vultures. But he still has a single Vulture behind the lines, and the drones are forced to pull back. And crucially, Savior just hasn't built many Zerglings at all this game. He's got two. Now, one Vulture's going to go down, but man, I think this is something that Savior really needs to watch out for. I liked how he cancelled that extra sunken colony, realized that he didn't need it. Lost a couple of drones there at the cost of a few Vultures for Upmagic. Upmagic, of course, putting down the turrets now that Mutalisks are nearly out. And hey, anybody recognize that guy? According to the Korean commentators, I believe that might be Testy himself. I'm not sure if I recognize him myself. Some of you guys may be able to post, but good old Testy in the crowd, if that indeed is him. At least he looks like him. And funny expression. Alright, so a starport going up. Could that be for dropships? Possibly. Could it be for science vessels? It's going to be either one of the two. I doubt it will be for Wraiths. Possibly even Valkyries like we saw last game, and that, in fact, that would be very cool. These Mutalisks copping a lot of flak there from the Goliaths. And Goliaths, interestingly, taking out that neutral building on the map. I can't imagine that being a building that he wants to take out to sort of walk closer to the enemy base. I believe it's just so he can put down command center and get a closer expansion. In the meantime, Savior taking the 11 o'clock position. I believe that's a mineral only. I wasn't quite sure. Yeah. Again, I must apologize. I really do have to apologize for pretty much being out of the loop in terms of StarCraft a bit lately. I haven't